Hey guys, it's Steven. Technical analysis like I do lets you spot patterns like double bottoms in a stock chart. There are tons of these patterns out there. You can find literally hundreds of them on the internet, but it turns out it's not recognizing the pattern that's the important part. It's knowing what to do with the pattern, knowing when to enter and when to exit, where to set your stop when you recognize the pattern. Right now, the Qs and SPY are trading at record highs. So there aren't a lot of support levels established for pullbacks. But one way to remedy knowing where to get in on an intraday scalp is to look for a pattern like a double bottom. But it doesn't do you any good if you spot the double bottom, but don't know exactly how to attack it. So what I'm going to do is show you an example from today of how to play a double bottom. This is a trade that I took today. We had this bottom set up in the Qs right around the 566.80 level. So now what I'm doing is looking for another bottom in that same area. We get this candle that trades through where the first bottom was. And the way I look at this trade is you can jump in front of a train, right? This movement lower, that move lower is fairly rapid. So you can try to pick a spot. You could say, hey, this is as low as it went before, so I'm going to put a buy order here. To me, that's literally like standing in front of a train and trying to catch it when you're standing still. What I would much rather do is wait for the train to be going in the direction that I want to go, right? If I'm looking for a double bottom, I want the market to go higher here. I'd rather run with the train and jump onto it going in the same direction as the train, as opposed to seeing if I can catch that bottom when that train's coming at me. So I want the marketing, in this case, the Qs. I actually want the Qs to put in the bottom and be moving higher before I'm getting into a double bottom play. And I have the same entry approach to basically any entry. When I'm entering a stock, I generally want it to be in the direction that I'm entering the trade. I don't want to be calling the reversal myself before the market or the stock does it. So in this case, I'm looking for a couple of things. First, I'm looking for bottoming tails, or a great indicator of a double bottom. And I'm looking for a confirmation candle that I can use to enter the trade and set my stop. And in that confirmation candle, what I want to see is a green candle clearing a red candle, and that's going to give me my entry. I'm not in a rush to get into this trade. I don't have to, again, buy at this price point. I can wait for that double bottom to form and have plenty of profit opportunity if it's going to go my way anyhow after that double bottom forms. So I'm looking for this green candle to take out red. And I'm going to make it bigger so you guys can see it even more. This green candle does not take out this red candle. What I mean by that is this high for this green candle doesn't get above the red candle here. You guys see that, right? It doesn't get above it. I get this green candle. Now I get this red candle with a nice bottoming tail. Now I've got two bottoming tails, which is bullish. Both of these candles, even though they're red, managed to finish above the low set here. So my thought process is like, I have a really good chance at getting a double bottom here. And now I get this green candle taking out this red candle and closing higher, right? It finishes higher. I'm not entering in the middle of this candle and then having it turn around and go lower than this red. So when I get a green taking out red, now I have my entry, which is above my green candle that I waited for to finish. And I have my stop, which is below the green candle. So that's what I'm risking. This area, that's my risk. So basically on Qs here, it's around 15 cents. It's obviously different in futures. And if you're trading futures or you're trading options on Qs here, but I want to use this to illustrate, that's my stop. That's my buy level, again, as that train is moving in my direction. So I'm buying as the market, as the Qs are moving higher. That's my buy. That's my clearly defined stop. So I'm not risking much at all because the double bottom has already formed at this point. And now I'm looking for the market to continue higher. A good target would be the previous high, the previous pivot. That would be a good target, a good place to tighten up stops at that point. And you can see what happened was we had a hairpin turn here as this large red candle took out this green candle. And that would stop me out of my trade. Again, this is a very common pattern that sets up every day in multiple stocks throughout the day. It's just important that you execute against the pattern correctly and not try to catch that bottom without having that clearly defined entry and stop. If I enter on this red candle, I don't know where my stop is because I don't have a support area. And since the market is testing a support area, if it breaks that support, I don't have a really good close stop in place. That's why I want it to test the support area and turn around and go back the other way before I even enter the trade. I don't want to enter as it's literally breaking support. So that's why I'm waiting for that turn to happen in the opposite direction. And this is a great setup because the market is literally telling you there are buyers in this area. You just have to execute the entry and the stop correctly to take advantage of the support area. And double bottoms are universal. They appear in any trading instrument. They're going to be in the Qs. You're going to find them trading Forex. You're going to find them trading Bitcoin. If you're trading Apple, you're going to find double bottoms setting up. So this is a very, very simple pattern that just repeats over and over as we have a market that is relatively benign right now. So you're not getting a ton of action up and down. This is a kind of bread and butter pattern that I'm looking for on a daily basis. So I hope this, again, very simple approach to the double bottom and trading the double bottom is helpful in your trading. If it is, please hit like and subscribe. If you have any questions about this pattern, let me know in the comments. There is another bottoming pattern that I like to trade called a climactic bottom or a climactic top. If that's something you guys are interested in seeing, I can do a video on that as well. It's a little bit different approach, but just let me know in the comments. And like I said, I can do that as well. And I can make a video on that showing how I approach a climactic top or climactic bottom. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.